Right. We continue with some more interviews here at Thought Bubble 2022, and we're here with Marc Jackson.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm
that
very
is
well.
A shirt and a half, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I made it myself with some help, but it's a one-off. Mr. T. I pity the fool T-shirt to go along with the.
Go on, show it.
The Mr. T comic is currently backwards to me, but I'm assuming it won't be to you.
It won't be. Absolutely.
Yes, look, woo, Mr. T.
Absolutely. And it's a hell of a stand.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it's always a bit eye-catching to see what you do and all the work that you do. But how's it been on the floor? How's it been with the energy today?
It's been good, yeah. And
weekend?
Here we are on Sunday, so I'm.
It's a little bit early.
Yeah,
people are still working through.
Yeah, people are coming through, trickling through, and hopefully I've got a new comic that I've launched today.
Yeah, come on,
which
let's
is
get
this one
that done.
here.
If anything.
Space Farts. It's a new one.
If you can't say the word Space Farts in an interview,
I think so. Printed by the amazing Rich from Comic Book Printing, who's just is like.
Have you seen him?
I saw him yesterday. Yeah, I saw him yesterday. He's a good guy and he gets the job done. And so I got that, and it's just nice to sort of be here 2 days and just getting your stuff out there.
Absolutely.
And,
I mean, you've had a hell of a year. I mean, there's been not only with the comics, but also Mac Powell as well. Yeah. I mean, that went swimmingly well.
Really well, yeah. I would say it was after 2 years away, our best year. And we got back on track and also managed to sort of go up as well, which is great.
Highlights for this year for yourself?
The highlights of Mac Powell for me, my biggest highlight of Mac Powell, apart from the fact it was on, because it's always anything you can do is a success before it starts. The fact that it's happening was watching Charlie Adlard and Sean Phillips with two teams of youngsters, including my daughter, build Lego Optimus Primes at the same time to see who could build the most in 1 hour. That was a great moment for him in history.
Charlie is a pro.
Charlie is a huge Lego fan.
Yeah.
So is Sean. Sean's more of a builder than Charlie's more of a wants to get the thing, but he's not really the builder guy. His son is the builder, but Sean likes to build. So we put them together, and it was and that was just great. Watching them build these fantastic Lego Optimus Prime sets.
I keep, the building Lego TV shows.
I
keep expecting Charlie to show up on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just as he's definitely a good advocate. But that's great.
But that was great, and that was a fun dimension to it, because with it being a smaller show, and these guys, I'm very fortunate that people like Charlie and Sean, I've got to know them over the past few years, that they come to Mac Powell and support it, because it's just comics. And they've been to a lot of comics shows, so that's my way of doing something different. And
I think Mac Powell does something different straight out the gate anyway, because you say it's all about comics, and it is, but it's also very much about bringing in the next generation of readers. Definitely about the kids, and encouraging them to read comics, and also encouraging the parents and libraries and schools to embrace comics as an art form, and that's what I'm really
definitely. It's putting comics in front of people who might not know about comics, and then this year, carrying on doing that. But then this year we kind of got the comics fans as well, which was like, the guys with the carrier bags. Who put a stack of Walking Deads in front of Charlie Adler.
And then there's the kids in front of them going, "Can you get out of the way? I want him to build Lego with me."
Exactly. But no, it was great, and we have the comic studio, Room for Comics in Macclesfield that's going really well. So a lot of workshops, which is great. So I love doing that.
Let's talk about the book. We'll talk about the books first. Like I say, you got Space Farts,
yes,
which is launched. I'll be wanting my copy.
Blasting off.
It
blasted off yesterday, but it says launch day. It's a launch weekend.
Cool.
So I literally did this. It was like, can I get a comic done that has a spine in time for Thought Bubble? So I had 7 weeks. And I worked out the way to do that. So it's kind of like a bit of an improv comic. I didn't write it first. I drew it, then wrote the dialogue to go with what I'd drawn. Because if I hadn't got a 36-page story, I hadn't got time to come up with a 36-page story, but I did have the ability to do 36 drawings.
Interesting thought.
So it's quite random. As the quote from my wife says, this comic makes no sense. Because it's just freewheeling, and every time I got to a point where I thought, okay, I'm done with that character, let's quickly go to a new character. So all the designs were drawn let's for instance, on the page.
There's a choice page.
So on the page. So anybody you see that's the first time I drew them. I just had some random names, and there's things like that. It's just good fun, and I enjoyed it doing it so much that it ended up becoming a 48 pager. The minimum page count for anybody out there who doesn't know, who's trying to do comics or doesn't know, if you want to have a spine, your minimum page count is 40 pages. That's 36 pages of content and your 4 pages for your cover. So that was my all I did was 36 drawings, but then it just spiraled and I ended up with more. I could have carried on. So maybe there will be a sequel.
Yes, hopefully.
Farts Strike Back. Return of the Farts. The Phantom Farts.
Space Farts, the follow through.
Yeah, the follow. Yeah.
Okay,
I might have. Yeah.
Right. Great to hear that. A lot of fantastic thought experiments.
Yeah.
Stuff. Launched here at Thought Bubble. Let's talk about Thought Bubble as a show. Yesterday was absolutely rammed. The way that it's been for me, last year was incredibly intense.
Yes.
But I think that was because it was the first time out of lockdown. Everyone was really excited to get back. So there was a real real energy in the room. This almost feels like we're back to default. This is the show. This is the show. And how's it been for you?
It's been all right, all right, that sounds. It's been good. It's been different than last year. Last year we just went straight in, and I was sailing. This year was different. I shared a table yesterday with Tor Freeman, which was great. Tor's fantastic. Tor's not here today, and it was it was busy, but it never felt crazy busy for me.
Right.
And so it's nice to be here for a second day to see what I can do today. And it's just a nice atmosphere, and it's great to see people. It's really hard. I've met some new people. Got a chance to hang out with some friends, and the fantastic Nick Brokenshire, Sarah Begum. I'm pointing, she's over there. I met Jackie Davis, underpants and overbites and underpants. She's got a genius idea that she attached balloons above her stall, so you can find her stall. You just look for the 2 pink balloons.
Nice.
It's really clever because it's like, there they are. Yeah. So you can chance, as somebody who loves comics and makes comics, it's nice to meet other people who make comics and get a chance to talk to them, because I'm fascinated about how they create their comics, how they got into it. That's really interesting to me as a fan.
It's always been something that's been driving you, the way that people not just spread the word, but also put the ladder down and just raise the whole thing up as an art form. I think that's always been for me a driving point of what you do, as well as the comics as well. So that's really cool. Excellent. What are we expecting from today then? Is it a case of we'll just see how it goes?
No, today. Well,
plans for it?
I'm very fortunate because last year I never know where to look. Do I look at you? Do I look at that?
You look at wherever you like, sir. Look down the floor. Navel gaze.
Last year I was very fortunate. My first sale was to a fantastic guy called Xavier Lancel. Xavier was about fantastic. He's a French guy. He was about to open 2 weeks after Thought Bubble last year. A little comic shop, or a library as they call them, in Lille in France, where he lived. And he came to Thought Bubble to find creators that were brand new to the French audience. But what I didn't realise, he told me this, but I didn't realise this, was he only stocked self-publishers.
Okay.
Which is fantastic. And he bought 5 copies of every single comic that I had.
Wow.
And he's my only French stockist, and he's been incredibly supportive. I was he shared this information when he opened his shop. The first comic they sold was my Magnum PI comic.
Nice.
Which was, in fact, let's get it on there.
There you go,
just in case you wonder what that looks like. And he sold that. And that meant a great deal, because I was like, well, will my comics sell in France? And he was like, he had a real belief in them. And I'm hoping next year to go over there and do a little in-store thing, and maybe do some workshops in places in Lille, supported by him a little bit. So he's coming around again today, so I look forward to seeing him and
making some more new friends.
Yeah, and just getting hands the comics. It's such a thrill when you sell your comics. I always think the film Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
The female character in there played, I can't think what her name was, but Joey Lawrence, somebody I can't remember. She said
Joey Adams.
Yeah, when she sold one issue, she felt like John Grisham. There you go. So if I sell one issue,
well,
I feel like...
This is where the interview is now going to get cut short, because I am going to get my cash out and I am going to be buying.
There you go. It's on camera. He said that.
Money is out of my pocket. Sorry,
this is a good man. Thank you very much, Leonard Sultana. You're a good man for comics.
I try my best.
No, good man.
Mark, thank you very much indeed
Thank
for your
you very
time.
much, sir.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.